All right. YouTube has started. Let me get the gram up and running. All right, all right. Got the gram up and going. I didn't watch it because it's not on Netflix. I looked at all the ones, Hulu. I looked at it everywhere and couldn't find it. So you probably have to send me the straight up link for it. You know what I mean? Because I can't find it on Hulu or none of those. And I was mad that night because I really wanted to check it out. That's why I didn't hit you back with to tell you how I liked it. You know what I mean?
Peace to God. Are you dealing with a legal situation? Are you being stopped and questioned by police for no reason? Got you feeling like the deck is stacked against you? You can get everything you need to protect yourself, your rights, and your property at JONAHBay.com. You can learn how to remove that so-called judge from your case with the writ of Penendus and the Cices webinar and template. Get that so-called judge out of here. You can learn how to save your money so you can make money with the Discharge Webinar DVD right here at JONAHBay.com. While you're there, you definitely need to pick up the injunction webinar and template. Don't believe me? Check this out.
Peace to the gods. You're now listening to the sounds of Hindsight Radio.
I want to share a story regarding the injunction. I did the injunction, and I was stopped by the police. I didn't realize it. So he said ticket, and so he went to his car and ran my place, and I literally mean he almost ran back to my car with my license and said, "Have a nice day," and sent me on my way.
What happened to the ticket, though? Where's my damn
no ticket. He sent me on. He told me to have a nice day and sent me on my way. So the injunction does work.
Go visit JONAHBay.com.
At JONAHBay.com, you can choose from a wide selection of webinars, seminars, templates, certified documents to get you ready. He can teach you how to go ahead and get out of debt. And not only get out of debt, but to be self-sufficient where you don't need to go ahead and utilize the system. You are the system.
JONAHBay.com.
All right. Welcome to the Jonah Bay Show, where we go into law. And tonight, we're going to talk about the Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666. And most of all, I'm going to talk about these counties because, a lot of people don't give you the background of what's going on and why it's going on with the laws. So, this is how your boy Jonah Bay do. So now I wanted to get into these counties because, it's time for me to start talking about going after these CAFR accounts, right? So let's go through this real quick. Cestui Que Vie Act, or Cestui Que Act of 1666. Notice 666, right? An act for redress and inconveniences by want of proof of deceased persons beyond the seas, absenting themselves upon whose lives estates though depend. Recital for that the Cestui Que Vie has gone beyond the sea, and the revisioners cannot find out whether they are alive or dead. Whereas diverse laws and manners of others have granted estates by lease for one or more life or lives, or else years determinable upon one or more life or lives, and it has often happened that such a person or persons for whose life or lives such estates have been granted have gone beyond the seas, or so absent themselves for many years that the lessons and the revisioners cannot find out whether such persons be alive or dead, by reasons whereof such leasers or revisioners have been held out of possession of the tenants for many years, after all the lives upon which such estates depend are dead, in regard that the lessons of the revisioners, when they have brought actions for recovery of their tenements, have been put upon it to prove the death of their tenants, when it is almost impossible for them to discover the same, for remedy of which mischief so frequently happening to such lesser or revisioners. So what was it saying? That was a lot of legalese way back in the 1600s, although some people don't think 1600s actually happened. They just changed the dates and made the dates that we in now really aren't those dates. And I can prove it, because if you look at the Marrakesh Treaty, y'all know it as the Peace and Friendship Treaty, they changed the date. The Europeans changed the date of the actual document, and on the actual document it shows the actual real date. So yeah, they added 1,500 some odd years onto every calendar around the planet. Y'all call it the Gregorian calendar, right? So what it was saying is that everybody's stuff is in the Cestui Que Vie Act, and the only way to get your tenements back or your ownership back is you're going to have to sue, right? You're gonna have to sue. We just read that. Now I know I only read one paragraph, but for the sake of time, all right, let me go into the second paragraph real quick too. Cestui Que Vie remaining beyond the sea for 7 years together, and no proof of their lives, judged in the action to direct verdict as though Cestui Que Vie were dead. So what have they been doing? They've been doing a actual suit in probate saying you're dead, all before you even turn a teenager. They do it at 7 years old, right? Then it says, and such. Now, the thing that kills me, how the hell are they going to do a suit against you and you're 7 years old when you can't enter into any contract, right? It's illegal. But let's go on. If such person or persons whose lives or lives such estates have been or shall be granted aforesaid remain beyond the seas or elsewhere, absent themselves in the realm by the space of 7 years together, and no sufficient evident proof be made of the lives of such person or persons respectively, in the action commenced for the recovery of such tenements by the leaseor or revisioners, in every such case the person or persons upon whose life or such estate depend shall be accounted as naturally dead. So they got y'all straw mans as dead. Y'all never claimed the straw man as y'all's own, and became what I call of legal, and got rid of the legal disability, right? So In every action brought for the recovery of said tenements by the leaseor or revisionaries, their heirs and assignees, the judge before whom such action shall be brought shall direct the jury to give the verdict as if the person so remained beyond the seas and otherwise absent himself or dead. So without proof, they naturally put you and your straw man as being dead. How can you prove that that's true? You could look at the IRS paperwork and it calls you a deceitant on most of the forms, a deceitant, right? Now we want to go into the county because we see you got so many people in the patriot movement or the secure party creditor process that tells you, oh, well, the issue is with the United States. Your Cestui Que Vie trust or your money of the birth certificate is sitting with the United States government. Where did they get that from? How do they come up to that conclusion? Where's the proof? So I put county up and pulled it up in Wiki so we could learn more about the counties, right? So it says, in the United States, a county is an administrative or political subdivision of the state that consists of a geographic region with specific boundaries and usually some level of governmental authority. The term county is used in 48 states, while Louisiana and Alaska has functionally equivalent subdivisions called parish or boroughs, respectively. The specific governmental powers of the counties vary widely between the states and providing some level of services to civil townships, municipalities, and unincorporated areas. Certain municipalities are in multiple counties, such as New York City is uniquely partitioned into 5 counties referred to at the city and government levels as boroughs. Some municipalities have consolidated their county government to form consolidated city counties or have been legally separated from the counties altogether, independent cities. Conversely, those counties in Connecticut, Rhode Island, 8 of Massachusetts, 14 counties, Alaska, unorganized borough, have no governmental power existing only as geographical distinctions, right? So I'm going to skip ahead. We ain't got time to read it all. This is why y'all got to go back and do y'all's research and read all the things presented so y'all could have a greater understanding of what's going on. So hold on, let me see where the part I want to go. History. The origin of American counties are in the counties of England. English after 1707, British colonists brought their colonies to North America, a political subdivision that already used the British metropole, the counties. The counties were among the earliest units of local government established in the 13 colonies that became the United States. Virginia created the first counties in order to ease the administrative workload in Jamestown. The House of Burgess divided the colony into 4 incorporations. Did y'all get that? All counties are incorporated, municipalities. It was the counties that created the states. The states created what? The United States government. The U.S. is a corporation. The United States of America is a corporation. Broke it down right here. And finally into 8 shires or counties in 1634. James City, Henrico, whatever. America's oldest intact county court records can be found at Eastville, Virginia in Northampton, dating to 1632. Establishes its first county, St. Mary, in 1637. Followed by Massachusetts, right? When the independence came, the framers of the Constitution left the matters to the state. Subsequently, the state's constitution conceptualized county governments as arms of the state. Did y'all hear that? See, we live in what's called a republic, and you have your micro republics and your macro republics. So, what am I saying? Your city, town ordinances and groups are your micro, then it gets bigger into your counties, and then from your counties, it goes into your states. That's how that works. From your states, then it goes into United States of America. So on all levels, the republic works the same. Right? Now, it can't work if y'all don't use the power that y'all have to control the trustees, because everyone that works in the government is a trustee to the people. Now we're gonna go down to the next part I want to read. Names of etymologies. Common sources of county names are names of people, geographic features, places in other states, counties, and animals. Quite a few counties bears the names of Native American, French, or Spanish origins. Believe it or not, a good portion came from the Aboriginal people, which y'all try to call Native Americans. These counties was already here, right? Counties are most often named for people, often political figures or early settlers, with over 2,100 of the 3,144 total so named. See, so most of your counties was named after the people who had the charter for that state, like it is in Georgia, right? Now we want to learn about, this is the nitty gritty, y'all. The structure, we're down at organization. The structure and the powers of the county government may be defined by the general law of the state or by a charter specific to that county. Didn't I tell you the charter? States may allow only general law counties, only charter counties, or both. Generally, general law local governments have less autonomy than charter local governments. Counties are usually governed by an elected body, vicariously called the county commission, the board of supervisors, commissioners court, county council, board of chosen freeholders, county court, or county legislator. So when we do this suit for the Cestui Que Vie, or what we call the CAFR counts, these are the people we're looking for. These are the people we got to sue. You understand? These are the people that's in charge of that birth certificate. But we're going to keep on reading. It's going to tell you that. Without a doubt, it's going to tell you that. Hold on one second. I got a bathroom. Oh. All right, I'm back. So we're going to read into that where it's going to talk about that birth certificate too. Then it says, in the cases in which consolidated city, county, or independent city exists, the city council usually governs the city, county, and the city affairs. In some counties, day-to-day operations are overseen by elected county executive or by the chief administrative officer or county administrator who reports to the board and the mayor or both. So now they just broke it down, the pecking order of your county, the pecking order. And shit, I would probably bring them all in. County executive, county administrative, city council. You know what I mean? In many states, the board in charge of a county holds powers that transcend all three traditional branches of government. Whoa. Did it just tell you that the county has more power than all three branches of government? The Fed. Yeah, it does. Because it is the creator of all of it, right? It is the creator of all of it. I feel like a preacher with my rag wiping my head off. That's what they do at the pulpit. All right, so let me go on. Then it says, in many states, the board is in charge of county, holds power that transcends all traditional branches of government. It has legislative power to enact ordinances for the county. It has the executive power to oversee the executive operations of county government, and it has quasi-judicial power with regard to certain limited matters, such as hearing appeals and planning commissions if one exists. In many states, several important officials are elected separately from the Board of Commissioners or supervisor and cannot be fired by the board. These positions may include county clerk, county treasurer, county surrogate, sheriff, and others. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? The sheriff was elected by the people. The county clerk was elected by the people. The treasurer was elected by the Constitution, right? They have no power over that. District attorney or state attorneys, usually state level as opposed to county level officials. But in many states, counties, and state judicial districts have coterminous boundaries. The site of the county's administrator and often the county courthouse is generally called the county seat. Right? The county seat usually resides in a municipality. However, some counties may have multiple seats or no seat. In some counties, no incorporated municipalities, a large settlement may serve as the county seat. So now we're going to talk about the scope of power. Now I'm going to skip around this shit. All right, moderate scope. In the Mid-Atlantic and Midwest counties are typically provide a minimum courts, public utilities, libraries, hospitals, public health services, parks, roads, law enforcement, and jails. Ooh-wee. So who controls the parks, the utilities, the hospitals, all that? The county. And the jails. Yeah, y'all thought that was the state, didn't you? No. No, it's not. Then let's go on. There's usually a county registrar, recorder of clerk, the exact title varies, who collects vital statistics, holds elections, sometimes in coordination with a separate elections office or commission, and prepares and processes certificates of births, deaths, marriages, and dissolutions of divorce decrees. All the things that really affect you is controlled by the county. Yeah, the birth certificates belong who? They are the ones, the county is the one who did the court matter for the Cestui Que Vie trust or your straw man, right? And they the ones that proclaimed you as being dead. And there is where you have to step to them and say you are alive and come back for your tenements. But look at all the gurus out there. They all proclaim that the money is sitting at the United States Treasury. Even though I just read to you how the county has more power than the federal government. The county has all the power. It is the one that's holding the deeds to your body, called the birth certificate of straw man, the deeds to your property, which is called warranty deeds, and all that, because the county is a trust. The county is a trust. All right, let me go on. The county recorder normally maintains the official record of all real estate transactions. Other key county officials include the coroner, medical examiner, treasurer, assessor, auditor, comptroller, and district attorney. So it told you the district attorney is what? A county official. The treasurer, where that CAFR money is for that straw man, is down at the county. The assessor assess taxes, tells them how much to tax you. Auditor and comptroller controls the banks and all that. All of y'all are listed as banks down there too. Unbeknownst to y'all, the gurus out there lie to you and tell you that banks can create money from thin air. Well, it's partly right. The bank, aka you, the individual, the straw man, can create money out of thin air. They create money by doing a promissory note. Then the bank itself is an intermediary who takes it from you, endorses it, gives it to the federal government. The federal government now gives them the money. And you're stuck with a loan, even though you're the one who created the money, gave them the money, because promissory notes are considered cash. All right, let's go on. In most states, the county sheriff is the chief law enforcement officer in the county. Didn't I tell y'all that? I've been told y'all that, right? However, except in major emergencies where clear chains of command are essential, the county sheriff normally does not directly control the police departments of city governments. So it just told you that the sheriff is the head honcho of all law enforcement, right? But then he gave some of his power to control the police to the city governments, right? Because it would be too much for him to handle all by himself, right? He delegated it, but merely cooperates with them under mutual aid pacts. Thus, the most common interaction between county and city law enforcement personnel is when city police officers deliver suspects to the sheriff deputies for detention or incarceration in the county jail, right? So this is what I was telling y'all with the injunction. A lot of times you have to sue the sheriff and the cop for violation of a 241, 242 suit. The 241, 242 suit is coming. I was messing with it last night. We're going to have that webinar real soon. It's going to be like a thief in the night. I'm going to sneak up on that ass. Oh my God, man. I wanted to go over so much more, but we're running out of time. We only got 14 minutes left of the show. So let me open up the call line so we can get some questions. All right, I'm going to caller 616-723. Peace to the God. Peace.
Hey, Jonah, I'm sorry. I'm listening to you while I'm on the plantation. And my volume is low, so I just I'll continue to rock out with you.
All right, then.
But go ahead and get someone else.
All right, peace. I'm going to 757-755. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, God.
Peace, God. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Dope.
First, I had a question, but I wanted to build on what you were speaking about. I know we got a lot of time. If I didn't put, I lost my my letter that goes with my certified. I mean, my authenticated birth certificate. I lost the affidavit. So if I just do another one, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But that was powerful what you just dropped, God.
Dog.
I mean,
dog. It's so much to teach.
Coming from the county.
It's so much to teach. It's so much to prove through their documents what I'm saying and what I'm showing y'all. It's so much things we got to do. Y'all don't know. For the people who were ready, I gave y'all a lot of keys to that lawsuit for the CAFR accounts tonight.
Absolutely.
I definitely did.
So what were you reading from?
Oh, you just Google county in Wikipedia. Now, I put it in the chat so people got it in the chat, but for all the people just listening, Google county. Read it carefully so you can peep the information.
Yeah.
See, what y'all got to realize is sometimes I'm seeing a lot more than y'all are seeing. So y'all could look up something and be like, But when I read it, I'll be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So what do? I read it for you and point out the things that's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you teach us how to see, actually.
Right. You know, so it definitely, I mean, here's my thing. We all know for a fact the county is the one that creates the birth certificate. In my archives, in the shows in the archives, I prove to you that the United States government, the U.S., pays the county money for each birth certificate. It's like $1 million.
Yes, sir.
From day one, right? They just lease it. They rent it. That's why I read the Cestui Que Vie Trust to you, because they lease it. They are renting it from the county. And the county has all of your property and your forefathers' property sitting there in the county talking about that person is dead at sea. They have everything that you ever do is put in the straw man's name. This is why I'm teaching y'all how to do what? Create the express trust and start putting all that property in the trust name where you can own it. Where you can own it. Right? And they can't control it. Either you're always in trust. Either you're going to be in their trust or your own. See, the very constitutions themselves are trust instruments. It's a trust. Now, how did they trick us? They tricked our ancestors by moving them out of their trust and putting them into the government's trust, the county's trust.
Right.
This is how last week when I was talking about the Curtis Act, how they were able to take all the tribal lands from the so-called Indians. First, they got all the Aboriginal people into the county trust as strawmen, as black, Negro, and colored. So then they could put all the lands into trust and then rename it Oklahoma and everything. That's how that shit worked.
That's just business.
Yeah. Facts. But you got any more questions?
No, God, that's good. I'm gonna let somebody else get on. Peace.
All right, peace, God. I'm going to 407668. Peace to the God. Peace.
Yo, peace to the God, Jonah Bay. I'm so wonderful, man. It's great. So happy to be on the line. Peace, God.
Oh, you cocky, ain't you? You so wonderful and magnificent. We knew what you meant. We knew what you meant, God.
I appreciate you so much, Jonah. Thank you again for teaching us how to read. That's the number one thing I'm talking. What you're talking about, I'm gonna comment on that, and I got a question. What you're talking about is way, way powerful, man. And you gave the jewels. You always give us everything before you do it, so we can go ahead and study and formulate it. But you gave us the keys, because if y'all didn't hear, you gave us all the people that's involved in the crime.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right there.
So,
right there in the public.
Yeah.
And this is why they be like, yo, not knowing is your fault, because they got it everywhere. This is why they censor me. This is why they don't want me to teach it, because I'm showing y'all it's right there and where to get it from.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's incredible, actually.
Yeah, I don't care what no one says. No guru out there that teaches what I teach does it like me. I don't care what no one says. You got a body with it. And the only reason why I can find it, because I'm looking for it too, y'all. I want to free that straw man. The straw man is a slave, and I want all of it from the straw man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I want all mine. Okay. I want my ancestors' work. I want it all. I want to be get my inheritance again.
Let me ask you that. Let me ask you a question. I got a real question, but you brought up something. What about your ancestors, like a third generation that died? Okay. What about their property?
I got people. All of it is in trust. All of it is being tallied up. All of it is sitting there, right? Now, once you figure out how to get to that Cestui Que Vie, you get to go after all of their estates too. Because why? That was your inheritance. Right now, they got it where you can't inherit anything. They got it where you can't own anything.
Because you labeled as a slave.
Labeled as a straw man, labeled as dead. Everything's in trust.
I get it. Now, my question, JD, I was working with a brother, right? And he asked me a particular question. And I said, let me ask Jonah about this. Simple question. He was doing his business at LLC. And then he asked, I said, you may want to do a DBA. And he said he was confused. He read the rules on it. And he said, why? I'm not sure why I need a DBA. Could you explain why you need a DBA to start a business?
Say again? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. All right. Go ahead. I said a brother asked me about a DBA. What is the purpose of him getting a DBA for his LLC?
Okay.
And I said I wanted to ask you.
Okay. First of all, didn't I teach everyone that the actual express trust has to own everything, right?
Yeah.
So if the express trust owns it, and the express trust wants to write a letter to someone or sue someone and all that, don't it have the express trust have to tell them I'm registered to do business as this name?
Yeah.
And also, didn't I break down how the DBA allows you to own the name? And I gave that example when I first came on the air in 2014, where I gave y'all the example of a big storm in the farm animals.
Yep. You always did.
So it's all about ownership.
You win no big money yet? You gotta be so upset. Who the fuck are you? I'm just a man.
Hey yo. I'm gonna holler at you later. All right, someone on YouTube Live asked me, what is those books behind me? Oh my God. One is Encyclopedia Britannica, some of those burgundy ones. Real old. It breaks down all this stuff for me, right? It was something called a Rhodes Scholar. A Rhodes Scholar is someone who learns about world history from the whole planet, and they did it by learning strictly out of encyclopedias, right? And what is the next one? The Oxford English Dictionary is ancient. And each one of those books is just a volume of A, B, and C. Y'all have no idea how many actual words they've taken out of the English dictionary today. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 volumes of the dictionary. I find the definitions of words y'all can't find the definitions of. Then I look at the region of where the word came from in the etymology and learn about their governmental structures and who was the people there. So when I give y'all precise information on the people, our ancestors, it's because I got those 2 joints. You understand? Every household needs an actual library. Damn, we only got 2 minutes. The time went by so quick. I had so much to teach today. I didn't really get a chance to really go into it the way I wanted to, but go back, do your homework, and it says close your mic. What do you mean close my mic? I want my mic open. Sola. But anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight.
90 seconds.
I hope y'all learned a lot. It was very enjoyable for me. I hope it was for y'all. Y'all got some studying to do. We out. Peace to the God. See y'all Wednesday.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in, YouTube. I'll talk to y'all again Wednesday. Peace to the gods.